Hi guys, and welcome to the Friday Live thing with me, Mark Thompson, and my good friend Tim Goodwin. Good morning, Tim.
Morning, Mark. It's number 49.
49, I know. And for the first time ever, we're going live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. We're multicasting. Multicasting, not multitasking.
Multicasting.
Remember, we can't multitask, but we can multicast.
Hey.
So yeah, exciting times. Dum, dum, dum. How's your week been?
So. I've been having a fight with Facebook, as you do. I've been trying to get
no change there.
No change there. I've been working with a videographer to potentially do some YouTube ad creatives for us.
That's interesting.
Yeah, basically, one of the things I've been finding, trying to port across from Facebook ads across to YouTube ads, you can't just take an ad that works well on Facebook and put it into YouTube. One, the form factor is different, and two, the way that people watch things on YouTube is very, very different. So obviously on a Facebook ad, it's generally square form factor is the ideal sort of size that you use. A lot of the time people are viewing the video with sound off. Like 85% of the time people view videos with the sound off. And so you basically, hey Andy, we've got a certain format that we use for the Facebook ads where we've got like, little snippets of text appearing on the video, and we've been using a tool called Animoto to create those videos, and they've been very, very successful for us, and we've been able to make them work and vaguely profitable this year, other than the last 4 weeks, which have been a bit shit. But trying to port that across to YouTube is a different game. And if you imagine that most people, when they're on YouTube, they have sound on already. And so you're expected to, you can't just have tinkly noises in the background and different slides appearing and stuff like that. You can, but the click-through rate sucks, as I've discovered. So I've been working with a videographer to try and replicate to a certain degree the message and the hook, the marketing kind of idea behind some of our successful Facebook ads, but making it more YouTube friendly. So that's been kind of the work that I've been doing this week. So yeah,
you should say that. We're very shortly going to be moving on to talking about LMSs and learning and stuff like that. But you mentioning what you just talked about, I mean, this week I've got to try and get my head around building a content engine, which I know I sent you a screenshot of. And it's interesting because you can use, say, this video here, which is going out live on YouTube and Facebook, is long, right? Absolutely useless for Twitter, Instagram, redoing on Facebook. However, I discovered, and this is a tool I've had for about a year now, that in Repurpose.io, which we basically feed this video into, I can create snippets. I can create square snippets. And so suddenly we've gone from one video here to, okay, we can then cut it up into little segments if on the occasion, the rare occasion that we drop a knowledge bomb, we can just take that knowledge bomb out and distribute that. We can then take this video and turn it into, or transcribe it and turn that transcription into an article pretty quickly. Same with little snippets. They can go out as tweets. And so suddenly I've gone from, hang on a minute, I've got let's say I do a 15-minute live during the week. I've got a 15-minute live, great. Well, I've suddenly now got 30 pieces of content semi-automatically created from that one video. And it opens up a whole new world, which is a cue for a song, I think.
I think when Mark showed me the diagram of the content engine that this is all based upon, my first reaction was like, that's very Gary V. Now, if you're a marketer, your marketers out there, you should, well, I shouldn't say should watch Gary V. You should know who Gary V is. And a lot of the stuff that he's been talking about recently is not necessarily about quality of content, whilst that is important. It's the quantity and reach of that content that is way more important. So he'll do a a podcast or one of his daily videos or whatever, and then his team basically goes out and just goes boom, like 100, 200 different pieces of content, which then is on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, blah 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 blah, but all these different platforms, which suddenly gets access to a couple of million people, rather than just the small number of people that would watch the Facebook Live that we're recording right now. So it's about the content distribution model more than the actual content. But obviously, it only matters if the content and the stuff that we talk about is interesting. And I dispute Mark's claim that we, on the very rare occasion that we drop knowledge bombs, we drop knowledge bombs every day. We should have one of those sound effects, which every time we drop a knowledge bomb, we go like, what's his name? Billy Jean does that on his podcast, I think. He has a sound of a bomb dropping, which is a bit sad. But no, we come up with knowledge bombs every week, Mark. What are you talking about?
But so I mean, I thought I've been doing really well, because I mean this goes out on Facebook, YouTube, and it goes out as a podcast. So we're great, doing brilliant with this. And then I realised literally 2 days ago, hang on a minute, I haven't even scratched the surface. So I've actually been talking to some of the guys who own the software. Like, okay, I know you do a lot. What can I actually do with this? And these guys going, yeah, do this, do this, do this. And yesterday, it took 2 minutes to do 2 little 2-minute segment videos, just testing. Oh, now we're on to something. So that's good. Right, so we're going to talk about...
the other thing I was going to talk about is an email I sent this week.
No, let me set this one up.
Go on then.
Right, so if you watched last week's show, Tim was talking about the seminar he went to, where they talked about growing your business by basically absorbing other businesses and buying rather than growing slowly at 10 customers at a time. Just buy something with 200-300 customers or 1,000 customers, right? So, like most marketers, I thought Tim was just talking about doing this. Until yesterday, in my inbox comes an email saying, hey, do you have any courses you'd like to sell, or any books, or do you have a customer list? I set it up.
Yeah, no, I'll fill people in, because obviously the email I sent yesterday was kind of like the culmination of like, okay, I want to acquire different assets that are out there. Okay, so people have, whether it's Facebook pages, Facebook groups, YouTube channels, email lists, all those kind of things that maybe not really well utilized. So my thought was, well, there's a bunch of people out there, especially in the fitness world, people who are my affiliates and people who have known me over the years who are in the fitness industry. And a lot of them have created ebooks or membership sites or video series or online communities in the past. So the email I sent yesterday was headlined ebooks, remember those? And the email was fairly short, and it was like, I want to talk briefly about ebooks. Seems very 2012, the whole ebook thing. Like me, you've probably created your own ebooks or membership sites or video series or online communities. It's funny, I've seen, anyway, I've got a left field question for you. Do you have an ebook or membership site or online community that you created? Do you still have the list of customers or members? If so, I might be interested in acquiring the ownership of those things, aka paying you moolah, to inject a new lease of life into them. Full transparency, I'm looking for great quality training programs and nutrition guides to add massive value to our existing Lean Greens customer base, as well as reach new customers too. Hit reply, let me know what you've got. Can't promise you'll earn big bucks for your thing. However, you might just be rewarded for something that would otherwise sit on your hard drive gathering dust. Okay, so that was the email. Since that email, I've had 4 responses so far from people going, yeah, I've got some ebooks. Yeah, I've got an online community. Yeah, I've got something. Not really doing much at the moment. So I'm basically been going back to them, conversing with them. The idea is very, very simple. A a lot of people have got these properties, and like they might have created an ebook and they might have sold 100, they might have sold 1,000. Doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. They've created this amazing piece of content, and that piece of content is of great value to me, because I can, as I said in the email, I can then go, I'll buy that off you. You know, I can't promise I'll pay you much. It might be a couple of £100, it might be £1,000, I don't know. Who knows what the value of it actually is? But I'll let them decide how much they want to pay, what they want to get paid for it. And if it's within the realms of reasonability, I'll basically go, yeah, I'll take that, because then I can just give that piece of content out to all of my customers and go, or my top customers, and go, there you go, there's a free ebook about nutrition, or there's a free ebook about a training program that you can follow for the next 90 days. And, you know, which is great. So that's if I got one of them. Now, if I got 2 or 3 or 4 of them, I can cross-pollinate. And if they've all got email lists attached with them, or customer lists attached with each of those courses, it's very simple for me to go, okay, so course A with list A and course B with list B. I can go to course A, I can say, oh, you bought course A 2 years ago. I've actually got another course that I want to give to you for free. Go here to sign up for it. So they can go and get course B. Same with course B list, I can send to course A. But then all I do is I add in something like, I don't know, this has all been possible through the courtesy of our, you know, our corporate sponsor or something like that, Lean Greens. Here's a great offer to get your first tub of Lean Greens or your first bundle of Lean Greens. It's a way of engaging people, giving people something up front, and then going, by the way, there's some great offers here because Lean Greens has been able to put this deal together for you. So that's my idea behind it, and to basically get the things moving and, you know, give me access to a whole bunch of, you know, buyers, people who've bought stuff before, in a very easy and quick manner. So with that in mind, if you are in the fitness industry, or if you've got any fitness-based, you know, ebooks, membership sites, video courses that you've created, all that kind of stuff, and you've got a customer list with it as well, which is a bonus, doesn't have to be, but if you've got that base content and a list, superb. Let me know. Just drop me a quick email, tim@leangreens.com, and we'll get you sorted. And I think, Mark, also, there you go.
If you've got any courses that you think will be suitable for SMO, reach out, because we've got a new course area now, and we can stick loads of courses in there, and we can even sell your course for you.
And that's the thing, is that you can do it in multiple different ways. You can do a deal with like the course owner, where you go, I just want full rights of it. I'll pay you a block amount, like, you know, I'll give you £500 for your course and your access to your list that's been doing nothing for the last 3 years. And like, you know, it's like I will take full ownership of it. The other way of doing it is basically going, oh, we'll take on the marketing of your course for you, and we'll sell your program, and we'll give you 20% of the revenue from it.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. Okay, here we go. Knowledge bomb. I'm going to do that now, so I can see it on the screen, and I can cut this out, and I can create a little snippet from this bit. Right. So I built my very first list. I went from 0 to 4,000 subscribers in 2 days. I didn't build my list bit by bit by bit. I've talked about this before, but what I did, I created an ebook, and I reached out to every marketer whose list I was on, who I knew, and said, I've created an ebook. I'm going to give it to 2 people to give out to their list. It's completely free. I'll put your affiliate links into it. All they've got to do is just send them to my page to download it. And I said, basically, I said the first 2 people to come back to me can do it over the weekend. Right, 4,000 subscribers over the weekend, simply because I created an ebook, and I basically did 2 copies of it, put people's links in it, their affiliate links. I didn't want to make money out of it because I made a list, and I'm sure some of those people are still on my list now, which is, I don't know, 10 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that one day of creating an ebook and reaching out to people, worth every single penny. Right. So LMSs, learning management systems, membership sites, and stuff like that. I have been, can we say balls deep?
I don't know. Can you?
Okay, I've been really deep into LMS systems for a whole week now, because last weekend when I went and did my epic 2,200 kilometer drive, basically New York to Cancun, same distance. Within 10 minutes of leaving, my watch pinged, ding, support call. I can't get into the members area. Right, okay. So by the time I got to a hotel that evening, right, I'd spent the 1,100 kilometers just thinking about what to do. And I thought, that's it, I'm moving it. I'm stopping self-hosting. Now, the problem is, let's start with I always recommend self-hosting. Okay, because you can control it. You've got your Learndash, which works really well, and you've got BuddyBoss, which works really well. I just seen Ian's comment. I'm not going to refer to it. And I was completely lost my train of thought. Right, so yeah, self-hosting. You've got Learndash and you've got BuddyBoss. Great. Absolute resource hogs. Now, I've only really realized this because I was on a massive server before. I was paying almost $200 a month for a server, and I had been for years. And I moved to Cloudways, which saved me $160 a month. And it works. Everything's really fast on it. It works, except stuff like this, like Learndash and BuddyBoss, take a crap load of resources. So I've had to put my limit on the megabyte limit on whatever it is. It was 512 or something. I'm up to, no, it wasn't. It was 100 megabytes, something like that. It's up to over a gig of resources I've had to allocate, and it still occasionally times out, crashes, gets a 503 error, database can't be connected to. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to do something. So I reached out to, I signed up for Teachable, I signed up for Thinkific, and I signed up for Zippy Courses, which is Derek Halpin's one. I thought, well, he'll know a lot about this because he sells loads of courses. Okay, Zippy Courses was a blowout, wouldn't give a trial. You got to pay up front, and you got to go for get an invite, and then forget that, can't be bothered with this. So I set up the same course on Teachable and Thinkific. And bear in mind, I'm only going to use this as the membership, the back end. I'm going to keep my front end all the same. So I'm going to be using Thrivecart. I'm going to be using Active Campaign. I'm going to be using my own sales pages and Beaver Builder. So I just wanted the members area. Thinkific was so much better. So I can't even tell you how much easier and better it was than Teachable.
What's the pricing model for it?
Sorry?
What's the pricing model for Thinkific?
Same as Teachable, $99. No, well, it's not. It's zero. It's free. Okay, with very few features.
Yeah.
Enough to get started with. You can get your first course out for free.
Yeah.
Then I think it's $39 or $49. $39, I think, for basic. Okay, you'll use Zapier and stuff like that. I just went straight in with the top level, which is $99. I actually upgraded to the growth level as well, which is plus 10 cents for every customer. Simply because it's got a few really nice direct integration into Active Campaign and stuff like that, and their support's top notch, as you can imagine, on that level. But for anybody starting off, you can start off on Thinkific with a free account. Get your course up there, get it out, get people in there. On Teachable, you can only get 10 customers on a free account now. Yeah, exactly. Not worth it. Then move up to the basic one, $39 a month. You've got all your email and stuff like that gets sorted out. Teachable, Thinkific don't charge a percentage fees, so you can hook it into PayPal. So you can do everything for them. You don't even need a blog. Okay, you've got really nice sales pages. If I was starting out, I think I would probably just go, okay, put everything here, build my sales pages out on Thinkific. They look pretty. They work really quickly. It hooks straight into their own cart. So you get the money straight to your account. It's actually pretty much of a no-brainer. I can't. Up to last week, I loved self-hosting. Now I can't really justify it. It just takes any problems as they deal with it, because they've had hundreds and thousands and millions of customers come through. They've seen everything, so they know the proper sign-up process. They've identified any problems, and Thinkific are constantly updated. They've just got a new player recently. I've not seen any updates on Teachable since I was there 2-3 years ago.
So with Thinkific, with the how does it structure courses? Do you for $99 a month, do you get to basically create as many courses as you like?
As many courses as you want, and it's so quick to create them. Click a button, create a course, give it a name. Right? Then you can upload an image if you want. Then you go, okay, chapter, introduction. Then you add lessons, and you can add video lessons, audio lessons. You can copy lessons from other ones. You can do it. I would generally just do a text lesson, because then you can import videos into as well as text.
Basically, there's a reason why there's basically a reason why I'm asking all these questions. Is I've got a whole bunch of membership sites and courses and stuff that are on Clickfunnels, and I'm paying $297 a month, and I desperately need to get off there. As much as I've loved the membership site kind of aspect of Clickfunnels, it's the one thing that they just will not do anything with. They just don't want to update it, which is kind of a bit frustrating. And I don't like the direction that they're going, is more the real honest answer.
I also thought about that, and then I remembered basically how bad the membership stuff was, so I blew that out of the water. Not interested. It's the thing I like about it. So I can download all my videos from Wistia. Right, so I've got 100 videos, say 10 videos in a course, 15 videos. I can upload them all in one go into the video area of Thinkific, and then there's a little button on the little toolbar where you type all your stuff, or actually copy and paste it. You click the video thing, and you choose the video you want in there. Click it, and it appears in there. And the other thing which shocked me, because I've never seen anyone do it, and I don't know why, if you copy and paste, right? So I copy and paste a lot of text with images in it, paste it in there, it takes the image and it uploads it into Thinkific, rather than just do what everything else I've ever seen does, and just basically channel it from the other site. So I was actually really pleasantly surprised.
So in terms of like how people get access different training programs, you can obviously have different multiple courses on there, and you've got granular control for like each person who signs up. You can go, okay, I give that person access to that course, and that course, but this person I want just to give that course. And like so you can be quite granular.
They've got an import form where you put a list of people, and then you give the list of the courses that they get access to.
It's the thing. It's like we precursored this whole conversation with me looking to purchase different people's ebooks and training courses and video series and stuff like that. So this type of platform is perfect for hosting all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's as ever, Dave Toomey put me in contact with somebody who's really, really good at this, Dave Foy, who basically runs a massive, from what I can see, online teaching business courses just through Thinkific. I mean, there's a lot of people on there doing a lot of sales, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
And when you see a sign up, when you publish a course, there's a little sign comes up. If you expect to get more than 100,000 people signing up at one time, please reach out to us and we'll put you on a better server.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. 100,000. So yeah, I everything I've seen about it, I like. Just even their Facebook page, the Facebook group. I've posted 2 questions there. Immediately get an answer from one of their support people on there, almost immediately. I've done 2 support questions. proper good replies, not that haven't been copy and pasted like most people do. So overall, it's been a really positive experience. So membership sites, I'd recommend looking at something like that. And don't look at the cost. Oh, it's $99. For example, I pay at some site $70 a month on Wistia fees to host my videos, and that's only because I complained. I was up to, it was like $180 or something. That's what I was paying at one point. I said, guys, I can't. There's no way I'm going to continue paying this. So they doubled my allocation. Thanks, Wistia. But all the Thinkific courses, and also Teachable, they're hosted on Wistia. So the only thing I don't like is they pick a random thumbnail, so you have to actually upload the thumbnail. So you just got to basically do a screenshot of the first screen. But that's about it. That's the only thing I don't like. But I can deal with that.
Oh.
Yeah, so highly recommend it.
No, I think there's a lot of there's been different platforms over the years, and I'm like you. I get to the point with self-hosted stuff, and from an e-commerce background, using WordPress and WooCommerce and all that kind of stuff, self-hosted. It's okay up to a point, and then it's like, that's why I use Shopify, because everything is hosted by somebody else. It's like Shopify hosts my store, and it works, and the uptime is great. The speed of it is not as good as I'd like it to be, but it's that whole 80-20 rule. It's like my site is like faster than pretty much every WooCommerce store on the planet. So as long as it's faster than WooCommerce, I don't really care. And it's an easier to manage as well. They look after the platform of like the technicality of it, and we just do what we do, which is creating the content.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting 80% of the support calls I was getting were about access to courses or couldn't get access and stuff like that. I love creating courses. I love putting my knowledge down somewhere and then sharing it out. And if people pay for it, even better. But
yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it for free. Yeah, I would. But that's what I want to do. I want to spend the next 2-3 years creating some really great courses. Okay, and I don't want to spend time worrying about how I'm going to host it and all that shit. I'm past that. Actually, I've gone past that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Right. So, yeah. So definitely. Oh, another thing. Here's a really sneaky tip you'll not hear anywhere else. It was told to me by Daniel, who's got his free book out, by the way. Teachable, and I assume it's the same thing if I haven't checked. It's a massive domain ranking, and it's do follow. So now people pay sort of $70-80 a month for backlinks, right? So you're getting for every one of your courses, you're getting a free backlink, really high value backlink. Or if you put it in your course, you can do a free preview of a course. Now, this is in my head, this is how it works. It might work slightly different, but if you do a free preview of a course, so Google can obviously index that.
Yeah.
And if you have a link to your site there, ooh, that's interesting. So there's a nice little free tip. So anyone who listens this far will get a knowledge bomb. Boom. Right. Anything else I want to talk about, Tim? We're only half an hour in. It could be a quick one today.
Be a quick one.
No. Next week.
Yes.
Next week is number 50.
Okay.
So I've asked Dave to come on. I'm sure he will. If he actually has a car he can drive around in. Who plans to have your MOT, 2 of them in the same week? 2 cars, 2 MOTs, same week. That's not a good plan, is it?
Oh, brilliant.
But so, yeah. So what we're thinking about.
I've just seen Ian's comment.
We do have to get Ian on one day.
I've maybe I should say this.
Then again, that will be the highbrow episode.
Yeah, that would be nice.
11 o'clock at night on BBC Radio 4.
I've actually contacted a guy who I met earlier in the year who specializes in who specializes in Kindle books, and he gets somebody else to create the Kindle books. So there's a batch processing. So there's actually a bit of a clever thing that you can do with Kindle books, as Ian's pointed out. You can get like some real great high quality backlinks from there. So yeah, there's a bit of a hack. Don't really like saying hack. A bit of a method for using Kindle books, which I'm trying to utilize at the moment with somebody who's already creating ebooks for Kindle and actually ranking Kindle books very, very well. So yeah, did Daniel do the same in his bestseller? I should imagine he has done. He's probably put some very good links in the preview that mean that he's getting great quality backlinks back to his Amp My Content blog. Sorry.
It's interesting. When you actually think about this, there must be so many ways to get high value backlinks that only very few people know about. So I didn't know about the Teachable stuff. So I'm going to look at Thinkific and see what it's like.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because of the type of sites that we have, one backlink is often all it takes.
Yep.
So if you could do a free little like 3-part free course for every one of your every one of your websites, so you give something away, and each one of them's got a preview, and each one of those has got a link. That's interesting.
Sorry, I distracted you there. Episode number 50.
Yes.
Half century. What is that? Is that a silver, gold, platinum? What's the
diamond 60?
Is it
pretty silver? It's our silver anniversary.
Yeah, silver.
So we'll get Dave on.
It's more silver for you, not rather than for me.
I got told I had 50 Shades of Grey by my hairdresser the other day.
Twisty blowjobs.
It was a she. I just point that out. So we're gonna get Dave on next week. So the idea we've got is we want to try and answer 50 quickfire questions. That's a sort of rough idea. It's probably not going to happen. Okay, we'll probably get one question,
and then we'll ramble for the next 25 minutes.
Yeah. So if you've got any question, I will put a link up in the foundation. You'll find, which is seriousmarketersonly.com/foundation. Ask any question you want about marketing. Doesn't matter what it is, and we will try and do, between myself, Tim, and Dave, who knows everything, and he knows everything and everyone. We'll try and get all those questions answered. 50 questions in 50 minutes on our 50th show. It's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen.
2.5 hours later.
We just make up our own questions.
No chance. Thanks. 50 questions for 5 answers. Yes, exactly.
One answer is don't use Clickfunnels.
Yeah, we know that.
Second answer is keep it simple. Third answer is test everything. Oh, we're there already.
So there's one thing I need to sort of say at the end of this episode, which brings it down a little bit, but a number of people in SMO already know, I've heard this already, but one of our heroes, I would say, is a good way of describing it in the internet marketing world. Andy Jenkins died a couple of days ago. Yeah. He's somebody that I watched years and years and years ago with things like Video Boss, and when he launched Kajabi and all of the marketing videos that he did.
Webinar Ninja as well, wasn't it?
So with what?
Webinar Jam.
Webinar Jam. Yeah, we've all been Webinar Jam users at some point in our lifetime. And as I say, he's been hugely influential in our industry. So, rest in peace, my good friend. I think.
It's sad. We're actually losing. I think marketing is getting to the stage now, unfortunately, where you can tell it's a maturing business.
Yeah.
Because the guys who are there at the beginning are starting to slowly drift away.
Yeah. Yeah. But on the plus side of all this is that I did check up to see how Dan Kennedy's getting on.
He's in better recovery, isn't he?
The old bastard, the old boot, he's still going.
I know.
From being days from ending his dear life.
And also there was that thing was published that his obituary was already published, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Which is madness. But yeah, he's still going. He's now back home. He's no longer in palliative care. So he's on some sort of a recovery, but may or may not be. We don't know. But good on you, Dan. You are a tough old boot, my friend. Really, what a genius.
Yeah, definitely. So, and do you know what I'm really pissed off with?
This
is all you people in SMO who didn't notice. I used a Monty Python bit in that bloody thing about Andy Jenkins, and no one noticed. They all focused on him dying, not my Monty Python reference.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure he's having a good old giggle up there. So
yeah, exactly. Right. On that low note.
I know.
Right, that's it. See you next week for episode 50. Think about any questions you want us answering, and we will get them all out. Cheers, guys. Bye.